where you at that's where you're from. Whether you're from there, you're claiming it, or you're not. Because if you're walking down the street and somebody coming to do a drive-by, they're not going to ask questions. If you over there, wherever you at, that's where you're from. The bottom line, every blue moon, you'll get somebody to ask you, but that's rare. But I can understand it because people are going to point you out, identify you for shooting, so people just roll up and shoot nowadays. My name is Pooh, number one, because there's several Poohs, but I'm one of them. Some people call me Hood Rich, some people call me Active, some people call me Unc. Now they got a new name, they call me Grandpa. When I was a straight A student, it didn't involve, I wasn't in the streets really. When I went to Walton, we was all cool. I forgot what year, probably my last year, we started beefing with the Nutty Blocks. I don't know what year it was, but my last year there. And that's when it became a problem.
So by that time, you were already claiming Accacia Block?
Well, yes, I was a claimer. Grew up over there, and just claiming game and things like that. My last year in middle school at Walton, I remember it was summertime. One of my homies got killed. Big G Ray got killed on Caldwell in Wilmington. And you always, in the gang world, you always blame where a person got found at. But actually, that's still our hood. That's the borderline. Because across the street is Nutty Block. And we blame Nutty Block for doing it in the summertime. So when I went back to school, it was going to be a problem eventually, which it was a problem. That stay hood, that stay school. And they approached us, and I can't remember what exactly happened, but I started carrying a gun to school. Then after school, we started getting chased down Greenleaf. Me and a few other people, Jap from Accacia, and Popeye, I think he's Fruittown now, or Treetop Pyro, he's Mexican. And they used to chase us, and it got to the point where we couldn't go there anymore. 95, 96 was real active. They put up a curfew for gang members. You couldn't be outside at a certain time. You have to have a good reason. You're going to jail for just hanging out or just being out, because they feel if they take you to jail, that's one person off of the street doing the killing or getting killed.
This what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass, Larry. This what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass, Larry. This what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass, Larry.
Hustling ain't just necessary. So I say cans. I hustle. I do it all. You hear the word hustling? Drugs or something? No, hustling is hustling. You can hustle your job. You can be a janitor and steal all the damn toilet paper. Go out and sell boxes for $20. I know somebody was doing that, selling mop buckets and things like that. So hustling ain't just drugs. There you go. There you go.
Tainted
him, I'm driving. He said, "What you want to do with the gun?" I said, "Put it under the seat. Got 38 revolver, BB gun in the trunk." So they get on us, pull us over, Blondie and Lad. They the gang detectives. I jump out. Like, what's going on? So they tell me, "Where's my BB gun?" Like, BB gun. First I'm playing dumb with them, even though it's in the trunk. And they was like, "Yeah, man, they said you shot out a window." So Lad is on the passenger side. I guess he's trying to take my door handle off. Now I got a real 38 under the seat. So I'm like, "Oh, the BB gun is in the trunk, man. Let me get it for you." Because I don't want him to search the car. So I give him the BB gun. So like somebody said, I shot the window out, and they showed me a paper. This your license plate. Look. Yeah, that's my license plate. I'm like, yeah. So I don't want to argue with him, but he's still by the passenger side. But he kind of relaxed that they got the BB gun. So I'm like, whatever, man. He said I didn't just take me to do what you gonna do. So they take me to jail. But I don't mind going to shoot this window out and find that real gun in the car. So they take me or whatever. As a minor, they let me go, but I still have a court date. And court date came up, and I was late because all the CV70s was on the corner. I couldn't get out the house. So I was late, and when I finally made the court, they locked me up for being late. And I started going to court for being jail. And I told you, I looked at the paperwork, it was only $100. I was selling dope weed at the time. I give y'all $100 for y'all window. They got on the stand. He said I pointed the gun at their son window and just shot the window out. No, some regular people. But I really didn't do it. But I'm thinking that they saw me give my boy the gun. I wasn't even there when it happened. And they wrote down my license plate, I guess, from that. Because I wasn't there. I really wasn't there. So the judge ended up giving me, I did 2 months fighting it in Los Padrinos and Seymour and all that. And they gave me a 6-month program boot camp. So altogether, I did 8 months for shooting the window out that I didn't even do. So I went, my tattoos is over, so I crushed the judge's name out. Yeah. Because I was mad. I really didn't do it, though. It's just street life. And I'm trying to have my own work with you, man. They ain't finna do it. Shit to you, like they talking about sending me to camp. He was scared to come to court. He had, but they sent my ass.
How did the beef between CV7 and not just yours, but a few other criminals even start?
Well, ours started, we was always having fights with them. We're in the same neighborhood. Damn near every SA gang that's in the black gang neighborhood shares it basically. And eventually they're going to end up going at it. We was going at it behind money. It was always fights. A couple of them started getting killed. We was dropping it down. And, I mean, they wasn't really tripping, and it just went there. Hustling ain't just necessarily shot. I hustle, I say cans. I hustle, I cut grass, I do it all. Like when you hear the word hustle, they don't think actually some drugs or something. No, hustling is hustling. You can hustle your job. You can be a janitor and steal all the damn toilet paper and go out and sell boxes for $20. I know somebody was doing that, selling mop buckets and things like that. So hustling ain't just drugs.
Yeah, hustling is everything.
There you go. You can
Selling clothes on the street corner.
There, yeah.
Water, shirt, PCPs, all the same stuff.
Yes, just different names. Went down there with nothing. But it was actually true. I seen the tattoo. And he seen me. I said, man, you already know what's gonna happen. So we start fighting. We fighting. Everybody else walking up. I went in the car. They walking up. They got 3 guns. So we fighting. I tell him, stand next to me, do not shoot. Don't shoot. The guy, when he pulled the gun out, he should have grabbed me, but he backed up. When he backed up, this idiot started shooting.
Entertainment reality is for people who can't face drugs. Entertainment reality is for people who can't face drugs. Entertainment reality is for people who can't face drugs. Entertainment reality is for people who can't face drugs.
When you hear the word hustle, they don't think action some drugs. When you hear the word hustle, they don't think action some drugs or something. No, hustle is hustle. When you hear the word hustle, they don't think action some drugs or something. No, hustle is hustle. When you hear the word hustle, they don't think action some drugs or something. No, hustle is hustle. When you hear the word hustle. When you hear the word hustle, they don't think action some drugs or something. No, hustle is hustle.
Entertainment reality is for people who can't face drugs.
Dude, and he shot from the back and shot me. He only shot once and it hit me.
And when that bullet enters your forearm like that, do you feel it immediately?
I felt it, but it really wasn't nothing. It was just bleeding a lot.
Because that bullet is traveling so fast.
I really didn't feel this. I don't think I felt this one. It didn't hurt. I wasn't going, but I lost a lot of blood. I lost a lot. Like, I had my arm, the way I got it now, and my whole pants leg, and I started getting dizzy. I didn't want to go because I knew what just happened. But I called somebody, I gave my money, I said, man, I'm gone. I'm gone, and I gotta go. And lucky, it didn't really hit nothing, but I went anywhere in California. If you go for a gunshot wound, they're calling the police. So what I did, I got somebody who didn't know nothing and had them take me. And they cuffed me and they got him, but he didn't know nothing, so I wasn't really worried about him saying nothing. And the detectives told me, this is the exact words. They said, man, you got a good story, but we don't fucking believe you. Because I made up a cold story. So we don't believe you. But they say, lucky the other guys ain't telling on you. And they let me go.
So that's like standard protocol. Anytime someone comes to a hospital with a gunshot, they're calling the police.
They call me the police. That's why I don't go. I've been shot in the head and I didn't go.
So how come you got shot in the head and you were out of that?
I mean, I was still...
Saying that reality is for people who can't face drugs.
Walking, I didn't get drowsy, and they shot me 3 times, and I shot them 4 times, and I didn't know their situation. And many times as I shot, I thought it was way worse, but everybody survived, and I just didn't go.
And have you ever had to deal with, at least in these two situations, no one snitched on you, no one told on you?
No.
Have you ever had to deal with that? Someone actually, when it came to a shooting, saying, nope, who did it?
Yes, I mean, but I didn't even shoot. It was probably one of the last serious times I was in, second to the last when I was in the county. I have a guy in the neighborhood always crying wolf. Everybody's the enemy. And every time we go, it never was true. So I was getting in the car going to the movies with this girl, and he came, oh man, they down there. I said, here we go with this again. I'm like, he like, no, man, it's a tattoo. I said, man. So I gave some people some stuff. I went down there with nothing. But it was actually true. I seen the tattoo. And he seen me. I said, man, you already know what's finna happen. So we start fighting. We fighting. Everybody else walking up. I went in the car. They walking up. They got 3 guns. So we fight. I tell him, instead of this, do not shoot. Don't shoot. The guy, when he pulled the gun out, he should have grabbed me, but he backed up. And when he backed up, this idiot started shooting. He shot. He had 30 rounds. He shot. I'm trying to think of the paperwork because I read it, but I know he had 30. I seen the stendo. I want to say he shot 7 to 8 times from here to there. And I just see this guy. I just knew he was dead.
When you hear the word hustle, they don't think actually some drugs or something. No, hustle is hustle.
Entertainment reality is for people who can't face drugs.
Entertainment reality is for people who can't face drugs. Entertainment reality
This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass.
This what happens when you fuck a stranger.